Top 5 Best Netflix Medieval Movies. Movies set in the Middle Ages have grown in popularity throughout the years. Everyone enjoys depictions of real life, such as monarchs and knights on horses charging into battle, war horses, elaborate ballrooms filled with beautiful women, and grand courtrooms with the king or queen seated on one end. Stay tuned and don't miss out, because in today's video, we'll go over the top 5 medieval movies now streaming on Netflix 2022. So without any further ado, let's get started. Medieval settings are popular because they create the best films. Fans of the genre hope to be whisked away to the Middle Ages by their favorite films. So in that light, we provide this list of the 5 best medieval movies of all time, along with references to where you can view them online. Top 5 medieval films, let's see what we got. Number 5, Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail. Graham Chapman, John Cleese, and Eric Idle wrote the script, and Terry Gilliam, Eric Idle, Terry Jones, and Michael Palin served as directors, writers, and actors. An 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb, 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, and streaming exclusively on Netflix. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is a comedy film about the quest for the Holy Grail as told through the eyes of King Arthur and his round table of knights. Set in the Middle Ages, Monty Python and the Holy Grail is a comedy about King Arthur and his crusaders overcoming several challenges, such as the perilous Castle Anthrax, a pursuing dark knight, and a mansion full of virgins. Number 4, Ran, 1985. Characters played by Tatsuya Nakadai, Akira Terao, Jinpaichi Netsu, Daisuke Ryu, Misuke Harada, Hisashi Igawa, and Yoshiko Miyazaki. Akira Kurosawa served as the director. Hideo Uguni and Masato Ide wrote the script. The film is based on William Shakespeare's King Lear and tells the story of an elderly Japanese lord named Hidetora Ichimonji who wants to abdicate and divide his kingdom among his sons. The film has a score of 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb and 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. The lord's suffering is exacerbated by the fact that his brothers cannot get along. The film ranks among the very best depictions of the Middle Ages. Number 3, What Driven Joan of Arc to Her Death, 1928. Renee Jean Falconetti, Antonine Artaud, Eugene Sylvain, Andre Berly, and Maurice Schultz star in this film directed by Carl Theodor Dreyer, who also wrote it with Joseph Deltel. A silent film, Joan of Arc is set in the time of the 100 Years' War and has received 8.2 out of 10 rating on IMDb and a 98% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The main character, Joan of Arc, is arrested and falsely accused of a crime, but she maintains her innocence throughout the film. This movie ranks among the very best in medieval cinema. Number 2, Braveheart from 1995. Mel Gibson directed this film. He also wrote the script with Randall Wallace, and he had Mel Gibson, Sophie Marceau, Patrick McGoohan, Angus McFadden, and Catherine McCormick in it. Braveheart's a film about William Wallace, who, after King Edward, also known as Longshanks, murders Wallace's wife, starts a rebellion with the help of Robert the Bruce against the tyrannical ruler. The film has an 8.4 out of 10 rating on IMDb and an 85% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Braveheart's widely considered to be the best medieval film ever made, and it earned Mel Gibson 2 Academy Awards at the 68th ceremony for Best Picture and Best Director. Now it's time to see the most amazing movie with the top ranking as far as medieval films. Number 1, The Seven Samurai from 1954. This film was also directed by Akira Kurosawa and written by Hideo Oguni, Akira Kurosawa, and Shunibu Hashimoto. The actors in this production are Takashi Shimura, Toshiro Mifune, Asio Kimura, Keiko Shushima, Minoru Shiaki, Seiji Miyaguchi, Kamatari Fujiwara, and Yoshio Inaba. The film Seven Samurai, which has a score of 8.6 on IMDb and a perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes, is available to stream on HBO Max and the Criterion Channel. It tells the tale of a famous samurai who has a difficult life, but who, at the request of his village, agrees to protect them from bandits. To put this plan into action, he recruits 5 more samurai to work alongside him, and the 7 of them teach the locals how to defend themselves. So friends, which of these films have you seen, or which ones have you seen the most? Let us know in the space below, and that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next one.